Ciao and welcome to Goddess Gourmet. I'm Giovannina. Today I'm going to be making some delicious recipes, my home-style turkey meatballs, my delicious marinara sauce, and a really great grilled panini sandwich with sausage and roasted peppers. Now what's going to make it extra special for me is that I'll be using a nifty new little product called Flavor Bombs. Today I'll be using the Sofrito blend, which is your onion and garlic saute with some fresh parsley and basil. Can't wait. So let's get cooking. Making some fabulous turkey meatballs, a little healthier than your beef, pork, and veal, so they need a little more help than usual. Now, this is about 20 ounces of ground turkey. I'm going to add, I'm telling you my secret first, my marinara sauce. A little sauce in the meatballs. Before the meatballs go in the sauce goes in the meatballs. So, little sauce in there. I'm going to add I like fresh breadcrumbs in there. I'm going to add my egg. 1 egg, all you need for 20 ounces of meat. I am going to add my grated cheese. I like my meatballs on the cheesy side. Okay. I also love pinoli nuts, pine nuts in my meatballs. And now if you're Sicilian, you put raisins in as well, I'm sure. Just a drop of salt and a little pepper. And now what's really going to make these meatballs, my meatballs, are my Sofrito flavor bomb. Now I'm only going to use half of this to 20 ounces. Half of my Sofrito. There's your sauteed onion, garlic, fresh parsley, and basil. And I've got to get in here with my hands. And now you see how that flavor bomb is what permeated. You see the parsley, the basil. There's more grated cheese in that basil bomb. So I've got plenty of cheese there. And these are ready to roll into my balls. Nice and soft. And I'm going to get about 10 meatballs out of this at this size. These are a little on the big side. Let's get these meatballs frying. Ah, perfect. Love that sizzle. Love that sizzle. Now for me, my favorite way to turn meatballs is to use 2 spoons. You don't want them burning on the bottom. You want that nice crust coming all around. Delish. When my mother used to make meatballs growing up, she'd have to make 2 pans full. One just for everybody who's watching the ball game or whatever with toothpicks, and the others go in the sauce. Now they go on their sides. You want to get them nicely cooked evenly all around. So these are ready to come off. Okay. This is by far not only the most delicious marinara sauce you're ever going to taste, but the easiest you're ever going to make. Why? Because we're using flavor bombs. So I have my oil in the pot. I'm adding my crushed tomatoes. It's over 40 ounces of tomatoes here. I'm going to get that simmering and stirring. Just get a little bubble starting on that. And then I am going to drop in my basil and my Sofrito flavor bombs. So here is my Sofrito. Beautiful. All sauteed parsley, basil, onion, garlic. Delish. Let's get that in there. Look at that. Everything you need that you would have started this pot of sauce with. Already done for you and in there. That's all going to break apart. and permeate that sauce and flavor it as it simmers. See all those bits of parsley, basil, the onion, the garlic. And to really put it over the edge, I get a spoon here, is some of my basil flavor bomb. Look at that, all that beautiful basil, garlic, cheese, some pine nuts. Just enough salt and pepper where you may add some more of your own. But the most savory, delicious flavor. We just have to let those tomatoes cook at least about 40 minutes. Get the raw flavor out of them. And we've got a nice explosion of flavor in that pot. Okay, I'm ready to get these meatballs in my sauce. And they are just going to absorb some of that flavor, and the sauce as well is going to absorb that delicious flavor from the meatballs. And now you have the same seasonings in here, so nothing's going to clash. You've got your Sofrito and your basil in both the meatballs and the sauce. Different mediums for them, but the same ingredients, and they just work so beautifully together in any of your Italian dishes. We'll let that simmer a while before we're ready to plate. My meatballs and marinara are ready. I can't wait to spoon them out. Delicious. Nothing like a pot of Sunday gravy. There's that whole controversy. Is it gravy or is it sauce? In my house it was meat gravy and marinara sauce. And there we go. A little spoonful of sauce for good measure. Buon appetito. Okay, ready to make my grilled panini sandwiches. Look at this beautiful loaf of bread. I'm going to start it right about here. Absolutely beautiful loaf of bread. Nice and crusty. I have in front of me my pan-grilled sausage, both hot and sweet. I happen to love that thin parsley cheese rings, so I have that sliced up there with some hot sausage, some peppers, and lovely fontina cheese. Brush the bread with some olive oil. It's a nice simple recipe, made simpler with a flavor bomb. The flavor bomb, my Sofrito, is in with my peppers. Now I'm going to start assembling. Okay, some hot and sweet sausage on there. Now I'm going to put some of the peppers that have been sauteed with my Sofrito flavor bomb. So all those bits that you see through there, the parsley, the basil, the onions, and I'm going to actually open one and add a little more Sofrito because there's nothing better in the world than peppers and onions, is there? Delicious. You see all those bits of onion, garlic, parsley, and basil, and just enough olive oil to bind it together so that you could add more of your own. And now I'm going to put my fontina cheese on there. This is a nice, healthy panini sandwich, which they should be. A nice, healthy, full sandwich. I'm going to close that up. A little more oil on top. And a little sprinkle of some Parmesan cheese. And this will be ready for the grill pan. Let's get this panini in the pan. should be nice and hot. Should hear a little sizzle and it should stay together. Yes, baby. Okay. I'm going to be putting a little more oil on top when that side is done. I'm going to get my panini press here. That's what makes it a panini, the weight of a press on top. That's why they call it a pressed panini. So if it doesn't have those grill marks and it isn't a little flattened, it's not a real panini. I know they make all sorts of panini contraptions these days, but I'll tell you the truth, just a little something like this or even a heavy frying pan does the trick. And I think I'm going to see how this is doing. I feel like I'm ready to turn it over. I'm going to brush this side with oil. That's so, of course, it doesn't stick to the pan, but this is a non-stick grill pan, something that everyone should own, no matter what brand. A little more cheese on there. That grated cheese on top gives it a nice little crunch. Oh, yes. That's what I'm talking about. The press. Now, isn't that beautiful? Okay, let's see what we have here with our panini. It looks absolutely perfect. Just what I was hoping for. Let's see. Other side looks just as nice. Sounds perfect. Oh yeah, isn't that lovely?